Hey guys, wonderful topic here. It's about career. What career would you like to be in? Do you know, or are you struggling to find where you need to be in a career? So, here are some exercises for you to do that will help you determine where you want to be. So, the first question is, what are three of your favorite strengths? What qualities do you most like about yourself? What are you best at? What gives you more energy? So that's the first set of questions. So I would grab a journal, write the questions down, and answer them. The second set is, how can you boost your strength? That's a pretty good question. First, you need to write down your strengths. Then you need to figure out how to boost them. Review the strength boosting questions, then brainstorm and write below 3 to 5 point action plan of what you could do to strengthen your strengths. So that's a really good way to try and help you discover what your career is for you, unless you're already happy. But if you're struggling, this video is for you. What did you want to be when you grew up? I personally wanted to be a singer. I was in a choir at church when I was younger. I love singing, I love dancing, I love music. All the music and the dancing and the singing just made me shine. Why didn't I go through it? Because to me, I believe it's by luck. I wasn't that good. So what do? I sing and dance when I clean my house. That is part of my fun part, hobby, I guess you can say a hobby that I enjoy doing. I like to weave in the positive and the happiness that makes me shine and happy, puts me in a good mood. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? Comment below, and I would love to hear what you wanted to be when you grew up. Consider this from as far back as you can remember. Write down as much detail as you can. However, being boring, silly, or outrageous, it doesn't matter. Just write it down. Start with, I remember. So what do you remember? I remember I wanted to be a lawyer. I remember I wanted to be a singer. I remember I wanted to be a choreographer. I remember I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. Whatever it is, it's never boring, it's not silly, and it's definitely not outrageous. Why? Because it's you. It's your beautiful soul trying to open up to see who you really are. What attracted you to the career and occupation? You know, maybe you believed it was the money, which is kind of the wrong answer. You need something more deeper. Maybe because you like to help people and you want to make sure that Their health is okay if you wanted to be a doctor. So things like that. What are your strengths? Again, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? What opportunities do you have? What opportunities are out there for you? What strengths could you turn into opportunities? Can you volunteer somewhere? Can you work for a company? Say you want to work in the medical field as a doctor. Maybe you can become a nurse, a CNA, LVN, RN, or a receptionist to get an idea of that medical field to see if that's where you want to be. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can always learn and go to school. It might seem like forever to do to become a doctor or anesthesiologist, but it doesn't mean you can't study it and learn about it, right? What threats in your life is preventing you from this opportunity? What trends and threats could harm you? What obstacles do you have that's coming up to prevent you from experiencing what you want to be? What threats do your weaknesses expose to you? What is your competition doing? Have you checked out a mentor and maybe speak with a mentor about their career? Maybe if you wanted to be a doctor, a cosmetologist. What is it like to be a cosmetologist? What do you have to do? You have to stand up for a very long time to do somebody's hair. You got manicure, pedicure, you could be a colorist, you can just cut hair. Whatever you want to learn about it. There's ways in life that you can apply your goals for what you want to be. It's just a matter of being creative. What's the percentage rate of enjoying what you choose? Whether it's a cosmetologist, an anesthesiologist, what else there? Doctor. I keep naming the same things, but it gives you an idea of what percentage is your enjoyment to that career. Maybe you want to be an organizer, house organizer, interior decorator, interior designer. That is maybe you're on the creative side, you know? What I would do is name 3 people that you know that would be good mentors. Even if you go on LinkedIn and say, hey, you know what? I'm curious about this job. Can you please talk to me about what you do? And I'm sure they're willing to help you. There's nothing wrong with asking. LinkedIn is a great networking site that can answer questions about what they do. Maybe you wanted to be a business consultant. Great. Maybe you like to consult. Maybe you want to be a wedding planner, a photographer, a videographer. Maybe you want to make invitations for weddings, birthdays, and all these great events that's happening in this world. Maybe you just want to make masks for the COVID. Whatever it is, check with a mentor to see if that's what you really like before investing. Or you could take that risk and invest. But for me, I would want to do my research first. I would want to find a mentor before I spent any funds on what I think I might be good at or what I really want in life. And then you decide, after you speak with your mentor, what part do you dislike about it? What part do you like about it? What are your weaknesses by hearing your mentor? What do you need to improve on? What strategies and actions could you apply to learning what you would like to learn as a career? Once you figure all that out, then you're ready to go. And here's some helpful hints. Here, one day I needed to get a job. I got a job in a retail company. So what did I do? I went to the retail company that I wanted to work at. I dressed up just like them, like I was an employee. So if they had their hair up in a bun, I would have my hair up in a bun. If they had their hair down, I would have my hair down. If they wore khakis and a blue shirt, blue collared shirt, I would wear khakis and a blue collared shirt. I would look like one of them. Then I would go home and apply online. The next day, I would contact the company and say, did you guys get the status? Or I'm calling for the status of my application I sent in yesterday. And the manager will say, yes, I haven't received it yet, or yes, I have received it yet, but I will give you a call. Then I would say, can I give you a call in a week as a friendly reminder, considering I understand how busy you are? They love that. So you call in a week. Then you ask them, hi, my name is Crystal. I'm calling to check the status of my application. They might say, okay, come on in, let's schedule an interview. Or they might say, I've been so busy, I'm so sorry that I haven't had time to look at it. Say, okay, would it be okay if I called you in another week? As a friendly reminder. They love that. They absolutely love that. So I called in another week. Then they said, okay, when can you come in? I said, anytime. You tell me when is good for you. Because at the time I wasn't working, so I had all hours of the day available to me. Now, if I didn't, I would say, well, I'm currently working right now and I would like to switch over to this retail position. So this is my schedule. Then they would say, okay, great. So how about you come in at this time on this day and I will have an interview with you. So again, that day I go in dressing just like them and they ask me a bunch of questions and they say, when can you start? That's the trick in getting a job. Getting a job that you like. That also helps when you volunteer, when you look like them and you give them calls and make note when you called, the time you called, and that they're okay when you call them back. I never had a problem with managers saying, no, you know what, I'll just call you. I've never had a problem like that. They always love it when I call them as a friendly reminder because they understand that I understand that they're busy, especially in retail. So there's some good tips for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and share. And let's move on to the next video.